close. Oh deal.
So this gets pulled along by the boat on the side of the ferry. So those of you who remember the Falklands War,
put anti-fouling on it and then wait for the tide to come back in again.
Anti-fouling? What's anti-fouling? A drama unfolded in front of our vantage point. We watched as the ambulances made their way across the hire ferry down to the quay. So that's 70-80 quid for one night for the council. They're really easy because they're magnets, so they just, We left you in the last episode having spent a great night's park up next to the beautiful King's Sedgemoor Drain. Today we're heading to my brother at Kingswear opposite Dartmouth.
In a place called Totnes. And it is somewhere. We must be close. Oh deal. I've just met another car coming down. He needs to move.
Now, as you can see, that postman is frustratingly parked on the road junction eating a sandwich, and he obviously has no intention of moving. But I guess it's up to us to just manoeuvre ourselves.
Sat on the bench. And the car came back and the postman moved his car.
Devon certainly has its fair share of narrow roads, and each time we come we always seem to give Harry an extra stripe or two. We eventually reach Dartmouth and pass the queues to the hire ferry. But we're heading for the smaller lower ferry in the town itself. With the sun out, Dartmouth is a great place to be. We're lucky as the ferry has just arrived and we're first on.
So we've just come down to the lower ferry in Dartmouth. There is an upper ferry, which is a bigger ferry actually, but my brother lives across the way on Kingswear opposite Dartmouth. So we just wanted to come this way. We could have come in through Torquay, which is probably less of a scenic route, although we've come through a bit of a narrow road, which was a bit of a hard stop in places. I came out the wrong road down at Totnes, wasn't it? It was a bit tight in places.
Yeah. Very, yeah.
So this gets pulled along by the boat on the side of the ferry. He turns round, pushes us. If you really want to help us, please like the video and subscribe to the channel, and even better, share with your friends. There's the other one coming back over. Thanks, Anne.
Roger and Caroline's house is high up with a commanding view over Dartmouth and the river. And you certainly don't need a television with a view like that outside the front of your house. We have a great time catching up in the coming few days.
We're making the most of the sun today, so we head off down to a nearby beach, first stopping off at this building. Oh, it's an old cider press. Wow. Lime kiln. We've just come into a bit of a rich vein of weather, so we come down to Man Sands, which is just outside of Dartmouth. We're just going to have a little bit of a barbecue on the beach and might do a bit of fishing and that. The new stove worked out well, but as ever we forgot to film the outcome. But it was really nice. Roger and I had no luck at fishing as usual.
There's something really special about watching a horse on a beach.
An early morning walk around Kingswear with Roger as my tour guide adds colour to this beautiful location. So, those of you who remember the Falklands War and the Battle of Goose Green, Herbert Jones, Colonel Jones, was won the VC, and he was a resident of Kingswear. So if you're down in Kingswear, you might actually want to go on the steam train that goes to Paignton. There's a couple of pubs we could recommend, one of them being the Steam Packet.
So that's a scrubbing grid.
What's that for?
So they bring the boat in at high water, tie her up, wait for the tide to go out, and then scrape all the seaweed off, and then put anti-fouling on it, and then wait for the tide to come back in again.
Anti-fouling? What's anti-fouling?
It's to prevent growth in the underside.
What is that? Is that a chemical or something? Or?
It's a paint.
Paint?
Yeah. Poisonous to
Weed.
barnacles. And then they wait for the tide to come back in and
take it back out.
Take it back out again.
That's the anchor graveyard. Size of them chains. How come those chains are so big?
Because they have cruise liners in here.
Oh right. That's the naval college out there. And are there cadets in there?
Yes.
All the time? There are
Yeah.
cadets in there.
And then Queen Elizabeth met the Duke of Edinburgh in the gardens of the building to the right, just behind the trees to the right.
I just heard the train coming down from Paignton. Can't beat a steam train, can you? I think you did that just for me. Karen? Rebecca?
Sarah.
Anna.
Anna.
When she moving back in her own home?
So there's a kiddies club on a Saturday. It's the yacht club, you say? What a great thing. Great day for it as well, eh? Learning to sail dinghies. Beautiful boat. What is it? Trawler? No, trawler. Is it a yacht?
So, no,
Like a barge thing.
It's like an old fashioned set.
We're all guessing what it is. Sitting in the early morning sun, a drama unfolded in front of our vantage point. With the Coast Guard helicopter hovering overhead, down at the dock a lifeboat was called to a yacht off Dartmouth where a crewman had become disabled with a medical condition. The lifeboat towed the yacht back whilst administering first aid to the casualty. We watched as the ambulances made their way across the hire ferry down to the quay.
Did he have his siren going when he came?
The paramedic is now walking down to the lifeboat.
Oh yeah, I can see him on the pontoon.
Yeah. The casualty was handed over to ambulance teams who reassessed the injuries from what we could see.
Oh yes, I can come in back.
So the lifeboat's handed over to the ambulance crew. And I guess they're taking him into Paynton or Torquay?
Torbay Hospital.
Torbay. Lifeboat crew are just moving away from the scene. That was the B-class lifeboat. Eventually the casualty was transferred to an ambulance by stretcher for onward transport to hospital. Great teamwork by the emergency services. The helicopter remained in the area on standby for emergency removal to A&E, I guess, but was not subsequently needed. Roger, having got a boat himself, uses one of his apps to see the lifeboat movements that day. What's the app then?
Marine traffic.
So that's where which one's the lifeboat?
Well, she's
Purple.
She's gone out again there. So she's been out twice already today, so that's one in and out. And then she's been in and out there. And then she, for whatever reason, she's heading out again at 15 knots.
We head out for the day, only this time we take the higher chain ferry.
Never really know what's going on. Look at me sometimes like all you want to do is run. Hear me out, hear me out.
So we've just come down for the afternoon at Hope Cove. It's probably about a 30-minute drive out of Dartmouth. Lots of people on beaches today because the sun's out.
Things I want to know. Secret start in your heart so slow. But if you don't want to tell me now, I guess I'll never know. Losing almost all my energy.
We've just left Kingswear. Had a lovely 3 days there, fabulous 3 days, just really relaxing with my brother and his wife, Caroline. And we're now heading towards Winchester is our next destination. Got to be there day after tomorrow. So tonight we're hoping to get into Totnes. Notice there was a car park there where you can park overnight. I think it's £10. So we're going to see if we can get in there because I'd like to have a walk around Totnes. Never been around there before. So Jane's just gone into Asda. Get a few provisions, stock back up again because the fridge is empty, just for tea tonight. And that's what we're happening today. It's hot today, although I think the weather's supposed to be breaking tomorrow. It's supposed to be raining tomorrow, but it's really warm today. It's about 20, 21, 22 degrees apparently. So.
In a quarter of a mile, make a slight left turn onto Bridgeton and then turn left.
No overnight camper.
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
The overnight car park is at the rear at the overflow car park called Long Marsh.
Yeah.
There were plenty of spaces when we visited. It's right by the water's edge, where everyone, including the dogs, seem to be enjoying themselves. So the overnight starts at 6 o'clock and it's 10 quid overnight, and you need to park 6 metres apart, so it's sort of a bay apart. I can't get the 10 quid ticket at the moment on the Ringo app, so I'll wait till about 5 o'clock, between 5 and 6, and I think I can get on. I'm assuming it'll allow a 10 hour, an overnight charge, a £10 charge overnight. So we'll see. Failing that, you need to use cash. It doesn't take card, the machine, so make sure you've got £10 in coins. This is Steamer Quay car park. Again, it's a long stay car park, but you can't overnight here. But there's the toilet block in the corner there. Half-hour drive, was it?
Yeah.
And a half-hour drive from
If that.
Dartmouth. So yeah, it's a nice little facility, to be honest.
Yeah.
£10 a night, you can't go wrong. For this type of location, anyway. There's no other facilities, no water or anything like that, but at least you've got an option to stop. That's the main thing. We're parked down that way about, how long does it take us? 10 minutes?
5-10 minutes.
5-10 minutes walk. We head up the long high street, full of independent shops, although it's Sunday today and not all are open.
It's been really humid today, so after all that walking, a welcome beer at the Royal 7 Stars pub is called for.
So we're trying out our new jug. It's a very slimline jug. That allows us, because we've got these burners that are quite close together in Harry, that allows us to get the Ridge Monkey a bit better on. We just got some simple breaded chicken that will just need warming up for 15 minutes. And a salad. So there's about 10 vans here tonight. There may be some more coming in. It's only 7 o'clock, so there could be easily get some more in. That's 10 quid a night. It's for the council. All very amenable down here, you know. So that's 70-80 quid for one night for the council, with no real hassle, where they wouldn't normally be charging overnight. So that's a benefit to them. So just in the summer months, I bought these some time ago and I put them down. They're not thermal and they're not reflective, but in the summer, when for night time, they're really easy because they're magnets, so they just easy connect really fast, which is why I like them. I've also got a piece of material that does the front windscreen, but obviously there's no magnets around there, so I'm trying to find a way to improve putting those screens up. I say we only use them in the summer where it's night time and we don't need the thermal or the reflective part of it. A little job for me to do. The spring over on that leg has broke of this flip up table. This one did break and I actually repaired the spring some time ago, but looks like the other one has finally gone. So that's a little job for me.